Hello everybody, welcome to day 2 of solving Leetcode questions for absolute beginners. Today we are going to solve Leetcode 283, move zeros. Now this question is an easy question and it is also array based and it has 2 pointers as well, but since we've not learned about 2 pointers, we are just going to use a simple array technique to solve this question. Now, before we solve this question, we need to revisit the questions we solved yesterday because that's the only way we can, get these things to stick in our heads. So yesterday we solved Leetcode 1480 running sum of 1D array. Now this is also an array based question and we solved it using simple array techniques, simple array manipulation techniques. So here is the question and this is the code. So we are given an array nums and we're asked to, okay, let me just read the question again. Given an array nums, we define a running sum of an array as running sum at index I is equal to sum of nums at index 0 all the way to nums at index I. Return the running sum of nums. Now, here's an example. We have input nums equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. Output is 1, 3, 6, 10. Now, here's an explanation. You can also read this, and I'll quickly explain how I solved this question. So what I did is, let's take this array here. I'm going to come to my screen and I will just make a simple illustration. So this is our input and our output will be found using this method. So first of all, we need to return the first item in the array. As you can see, there is a common pattern in the example where the first item in the array is always returned in the outputs as part of the output. So let's come here again. So we return the first item. Now we iterate from the second item in the array all the way to the last one, and we perform some operation while iterating through this array. So the first item has been added to the result, right? Now the result array is still the same array, so we are mutating the array in place. So as we traverse the array, we take the current number and add the previous number to it. So this way we'll have 1, and in our iteration at the current number where 2 is, we'll add the previous number to it, which is 3. And then when we move to this point in our iteration, we add the previous number to it. So in this case, it's no longer 2, it becomes 3. So 3 plus 3 will be 6. And then we do the same thing once we get to 4. So this will become 10. And here is the code for that. All right, moving on to today's question. Today's question, we have move zeros. Given an integer array nums, move all zeros to the end of the array while maintaining the relative order of non-zero elements. Note that you must do this in place without making a copy of the array. So here is an input. We are given 0, 1, 0, 3, 12. And the output is 1, 3, 12, 0, 0. And here's another example. There are some constraints here, but we will not bother ourselves too much about that. So let's come here and understand what the question is asking us to do. So we've been given an array and we're asked to return to arrange the items in the array. So this question can be broken down into 2 places. First of all, we want to move all zeros to the end of the array in place and also keep the order of every other element in the array. So how do we do this? Here I will write out the array. So we'll be given 0, 1, let's quickly memorize this. 0, 1, 0, 3, 12. 0, 1, 0, 3, 12. So our output array would be 1. So we keep the order of these items. 1, 3, 12, and 0, 0. So a simple way you can do this is to iterate through the array, right, and remove every zero from the array. Now, every time you remove the zeros from the array, you count how many zeros you've removed so far, and then you just append it at the end of the operation or iteration. So here's what I did. So I iterated through the array. So at this point I saw a 0, so I removed the 0, right? And so I removed the 0 and placed 1 in the array. And at this point I also removed the 0 again. So this way I'm still keeping everything in order, right? So every time I remove the 0, sorry, I increment count. So I'll call this c is equal to 0 at first, but once I removed a 0, I'll increment c to 1, and then when I see another 0 again, I remove it from the array and increment c to 2. This is 3, so we don't remove 3, we keep 3 in the array, and 12. Now at the end we can use a simple method or operation to append the number of zeros we removed from the array. So you can just do something like this. In Python you can use the extend method and then add an array. So we are adding this and multiply this by the number of times you removed the item, the zeros from the array. So here is my solution. I will show you that just now, and let's review the solution. So we used a while loop, and the condition for this while loop to keep running is that as long as 0 is in the array, right, remove 0 and then increment the number of zeros. Then you can use the extend function on the nums and, you know, multiply an array of 0 by the number of zeros you removed from the array. So that's all. If you would like to get access to the solutions of this question, you can come to my GitHub. I'll leave the link to this in the description below, and click on 2025, right, and beginners array. So you have access to all array questions in the beginners folder, and I'll be doing this every day, so watch out for tomorrow. I'll be posting another video tomorrow. It is also going to be array based, so we are going step by step and learning these things every single day. All right, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.